beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveiled reading, we will be taking a look at messages from your ancestors, okay? And as you may have noticed, the titling actually says Messages from Your Ancestors 2.0. And that is because at the end of this reading, I will actually be pulling a few extra oracle cards to see if there's any ancestors that want to come through for any specific viewer, maybe one, two, three, who knows, maybe more, to see if they have messages for you. Okay, so these will be direct channel messages from any ancestors who wants to come through and deliver you any specific messages. Okay, so stick around to the end to see if you may be the lucky viewer who ancestor pops up in this reading for you. All right, so these are the three cards that wanted to come out for this reading. And as usual, I will put the image up for a couple more seconds. That way you can see which one of these images calls out to you the most. And whichever image does call out to you the most, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. Okay, so happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number 1. So this is your image. All right, and the message is scales of balance. All right, and it says balancing give and take, directing and flowing, play and solitude are ways to heal the relationship between the inner masculine and feminine energies. Connection with the body is the most powerful form of healing for the feminine energy, as it holds the secrets to divine feminine wisdom. So dance, sing, play. All right, scales of balance. All right, so for some of you, your ancestors want you to know that you may be working a little bit too hard. All right, and they want you to take it easy on yourself. All right, at this time, you may be exerting more of a masculine energy that has this work oriented goal or focus. Okay, it's what I'm getting. And so they kind of want you to take some time to heal and relax, is what I'm getting. All right, you have to find the balance between work and play. You have to allow yourself that yin and yang energy. All right, so for some of you, that's not the current situation for you. Okay, something is off balance, and your ancestors want to bring that to your attention. All right, but let's see what other messages we have for you, as I have already pre-pulled some oracle cards. All right, so we have ready, and it says ready to do something. An opportunity is right. Now is your time. Okay, and what I'm getting with this is that because things may be off balance for some of you, with this ready coming up, you may not notice that you are ready because of being balanced, right? So you're not seeing the bigger picture, you're not seeing the clear picture, and this is why your ancestors want to kind of clear your head. Okay, clear your head and get things balanced out so that you can see what it is that you are ready for. And some of you may know what this is. Okay, some of you may know what next step you are ready to take, especially this is the end of the year. 2025 is upon us. So some of you may have set goals for yourself to do something new, to do something different, to step outside the box. Okay, but your ancestors want you to first unclutter your mind. Okay, so that you can see that vision even more clearer than what you do now, because right now I'm getting that things may be a little bit fogged. Okay, so it's like you have this idea, you have this plan, but the vision isn't fully clear to you. All right, but they do want you to know that you are ready for whatever this is. Okay, the opportunity is ripe, so there's something right there at your doorstep. Okay, and this is why it's going to be important for you. Your ancestors want you to know is to find that balance. Okay, find that balance and not overexert yourself on one side more than the other. All right. All right, and we have contracts. All right, and it says legal matters, court cases, commitments made, so contracts. Yes, so this is you are ready for some new deal, pal number one. All right, and it's not only do you your ancestors want you to know that things in your life needs to be balanced, but they also want you to know that whatever this is that's coming in for you that you're ready for is going to help you along with that balancing act. All right, it's what I'm getting. All right, so there's definitely some type of contracts coming in for you guys. All right, this could be new mortgages is what I'm getting. All right, new leasing contracts, all right, new job contracts, new auto contracts, whatever it is that you guys are thinking about right now, especially like I said, with us being in the end of the year. And some of, I know at the end of the year, everyone, you want to get prepared for those New Year's resolutions. And some of you may have been just doing it. You're preparing yourself. All right, you're preparing yourself for what changes you want to see made in 2025. And your ancestors are letting you know that you are ready for those changes. And those changes are going to be coming in for you, all right, with the contracts card coming up. So this is someone making a deal with you. All right. This is someone offering you something and you agreeing to it. All right. So, like I say, for some of you who you may be aware of what these changes are that you want to be made, then you're going to be semi prepared for it. And I say semi is because with the scales of balance coming up, there are still going to be things that you need to do um, to put things in place so that things can carry out effortlessly. All right, and that's for those, like I said, who are kind of already in the planning stages. Let this take a sign. Let this be a sign for you to proceed. All right, to go ahead and proceed, because there are going to be those opportunities that are going to be waiting for you. And then it also has soul contracts in here, so this could be relationship commitments for some of you. All right. Some of you may be deciding to make the commitment in 2025 to someone. All right. And this could be through marriage, right? And with the soul contracts being there, that just means that this was already predestined for you all. So you will be making the right move. Okay. All right. And then we have number 14 with angels are watching over you. And it says supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. And I love this coming up in the ancestor reading, right? Because this is them coming through saying, yes, we are with you. We are protecting you. We are watching over you. In those times of doubt, have no fear, okay? And as you can see, like the image of her, she looks like she's in despair, all right? Maybe she's overthinking or over worrying about stuff, right? She has what? A laptop open on one side, books on the other side. So she may have like a work overload. This is why it is important for that scales of balance, because you need to allow yourself enough time for both avenues of your life, okay? The work side as well as the play side, all right? And look at the angels there supporting and saying, hey, you got this, right? So that's why it's going to be important for you all to um, really allow for the ancestors to guide you at this time, allow for your spirit team to guide you at this time, okay, so that you can see the vision clearer, okay, or so they can expose to you or show you what you can't quite see yet. It's all in due timing is what I'm getting. All right, because I was drawn to the clock that he's holding in his hand, and look how he has it revealed to her as if to say, now is the time, right? You're ready. So you are really going to be supported in whatever changes you're trying to make, pal number one, going into the new year. And your ancestors want you to know that, okay? They're watching over you, they are encouraging you, and they're going to be there to tell you what things you need to fix, okay? What things you need to adjust in your life. All right. So they don't want you to feel overwhelmed. All right. They don't want you to feel overwhelmed with whatever choices and opportunities that may come your way. They just want you to clear the scale, is what I'm getting, so that things can become more balanced and you can see things more clearly. All right. Okay. And then we have truth. And what I get from this card is this is you guys now being able to live in your truth. All right. I'm getting, I don't know why, but I'm getting like um someone's like you'll be dodging a bullet or you've dodged a bullet, right? I don't know what significance that has, but it kind of feels like maybe you were in the process of deterring, right? Deterring away from what your sole purpose is or what your sole mission is, right? But now you're being called to pull it back in, right? Pulling the reins and get focused. All right, so that you can see your truth, okay? Because it wasn't being fully exposed to you. All right, you may have been. I'm getting some of you. I'm really getting like overworked. Okay, some of you are overworking yourself, and it's not allowing you to live your truth, right? Because you're constantly thinking about finances, or you're constantly thinking, especially like in this time that we're living in with the inflation and everything being so costly, right? So it's like penny pitching and almost just like more so focused on that aspect of living rather than focusing on, you know what, it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I still need to find time to enjoy life, right? I still need to find time to enjoy myself. I still need to find time to enjoy my family, all right? Because that's going to allow you to live in your truth, right? And the other side of it, when you're focusing too much, on the material aspects of living, then that's kind of where the deterrent comes in at, right? Because it distracts you from being able to live in your truth. All right. But your ancestors are saying that you are ready for new opportunities. Okay. So they want you to get your mind out the clouds, is what I'm getting. Get your minds out the clouds and allow for their loving, healing support to come through to you. Okay. All right. And then you have number 12 with Spirit of the Tree. All right. And this says, if you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. All right. All right. And then the words here are nature, priestess, inner peace. Yes, this is the other side of the balance that your ancestors are telling you that you're missing out on. It's that inner peace, right? And they're telling you that this is why I feel like, with this tree card, it's almost like, go out and get into nature, go out and enjoy, something outdoors, okay? Even though right now, like where I'm at, it's winter and it's not ideally the best time to be outdoors, but if that's if that's what it's gonna take to kind of like take your minds off things, to ease your mind, to kind of help you to gain more clarity, then that may be something ideal to do. All right, because it's gonna bring you that inner peace, and that inner peace is gonna allow for you the clarity that you need. Okay, because I feel like there are definitely big things coming up for this POW in 2025. And I get the sense that you feel it too, right? I'm getting like prepared. Some of you are really preparing for changes, and your answers are saying, as you should, is what I'm getting. As you should. You should be preparing for these changes, okay? Because if 2024 was a rough year for you, that time has passed. They are saying that is no, the time of being deterred is over. Okay, now it's time for you to get back on track and get back on your path leading to your truth. All right, so make those plans. All right, have those goals set. Okay, they want you to get back into the swing of things. All right, and don't doubt yourself in the process. All right, so then let's see what tarot messages wants to come through. So thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. What messages do you have for POW number 1 in regards to messages that their ancestors want to relay to them at this time? Oh, look at this. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are definitely going to be turning in your favor. POW number 1. There are some changes. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is fated change. All right. There are some changes coming through for you guys, and they are spirit team, ancestor, angel initiated. Right. They're coming through, and I'm getting rescue you, but not like rescue you from like something detrimental. But I think they're coming in to kind of help you regain focus. All right, to kind of see what areas of your life can you use some minor tune-ups is what I'm getting. Use those minor adjustments, or areas of your life where things can be tweaked a little bit. All right, because they want you to focus on the end goal. Okay, and the end goal is nurturing self. All right, nurturing self and being prepared for these new opportunities that are about to come your way. All right, they're watching over you, they're guiding you, they're protecting you during this time. All right, but there needs to be some balance. Okay, there needs to be some balance, guys, with how you are doing things right now. Okay, some of you are, like I said, exerting a lot more energy on one side than on the other. All right, and it's not allowing you the clarity, it's not allowing for you to be focused, it's not allowing you to live in your truth. All right, let's see, what other messages do we have for pile number one in regards to what the ancestors want them to know at this time. All right, and we have strength. Yes, you are stronger than you know, pile number one. All about perseverance. All right, and we have the Three of Pentacles. All right, and I get the Three of Pentacles is putting in the work, right, but also having that support. And this is, I feel like, your spirit team letting you know that they have your best interest in mind, right? You have their support 1000%. All right, and they're going to help you build. All right, they're going to help you build whatever it is that you're setting your mind to build in the upcoming year, even going further beyond that. All right, so they're letting you know that they are there for the support, to give you, to help you find that strength, that inner strength where you may have feel like you have lost it. All right, what else for pile number one? All right, and you have the moon that came out in the reverse. All right, and I like this because this is you no longer being in the dark. All right, this is things now being illuminated for you. All right, so that you can stand in your truth. All right, because there are some big changes coming up for you, pal number one, and your ancestors are saying that you are ready for these changes. There's going to be some contracts coming in for you guys, but they want you to have a clear vision. All right, so they're going to help give you that clear vision with this moon coming up in reverse. All right, no more denial too is what I'm getting. All right, so your ancestors are definitely letting you know that they are with you. They are helping you to build. Okay, they are helping you to, for some of you, it's even a new foundation. All right, some of you knew you needed a change. Okay, and you wanted this change, and so you're currently right now preparing for this change, and your ancestors are saying they are with you 1000% every step of the way. All right, so you guys are definitely going to have some good changes coming in, and they want you to know that they are with you. So you need to find that balance, okay, because your mind may be too noisy right now where you're not hearing when they're communicating with you. All right, when you kind of don't know what the next step is, right? When your mind is too overcrowded with things that are not necessarily, of value, then you miss out on signs that you could be receiving. Okay, those signs can come in many shapes, forms, or fashions. All right, so they want you to clear your mind, okay, so that you can hear when they're giving you the answers or the solutions to your problems. All right, and this too is going to help you to live in your truth. All right, okay, so let's see what else we have. And we have, why revisit old regrets? Okay, and this is number 5, and it says, you now know you would choose differently. That's all that matters. Why do you choose to greet those feelings of wishing you're done or said things differently again? Ask the ancestors. So this is, they're saying like you don't have to live in the past anymore. So for those of you who are looking for that fresh start, right, and looking to do something different, something new, you don't have to live with woulda, coulda, shouldas. Okay, woulda, coulda, shouldas are, they're not going to serve you any purpose right here, right now. All right, it's what your ancestors want you to know. Don't worry about what you could have done differently. Just worry about what you're going to do going forward. Is what they want you to know, because there's a whole universe of opportunities out there waiting for you. All right, and as you can see, it's she's like walking down this winding path, right? And she has option number one and option number two. I don't know if that's zooming in or not. But anywho, she has option number one and she has option number two. All right. So don't know, no longer are you going to be deterred from your correct path. All right. Your ancestors want to show and guide you the way. Okay. There's some big moves to be made, pal number one. That's what I'm getting. Your ancestors are saying there's some big moves to be made. There are some changes that are going to be made for the good of you. All right. They're going to work out in your favor and they are trying to help illuminate your path. So give yourself the time to receive, the time and the space to receive those messages from them. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull maybe about 4 or 5 of these cards, hello, from the other side, to see if there are any ancestors from pile number 1 or loved ones, past loved ones, who wants to come through and to deliver a message to any viewer that may be watching. All right. So let's just see what comes out from these. So any ancestors for pile number 1. All right, so I got 2. So we have a male co-worker. And we have the age 71 through 80. And just so you know, these won't necessarily be connected, but they could be. So far we have a male co-worker, someone age 71 through 80. So if you know anyone from any of these categories that comes up, this can be an ancestor or a passed on loved one who wants to communicate with you at this time. So let's see what else we have. Any ancestors from pile number 1 who wants to come through and deliver a message. All right, we have the letter E. All right, and I'll probably take about 2 more. Right, so anyone else wants to come through for viewers who chose pile number 1? Yeah, so if you have a male coworker who maybe recently passed, or not even recent, but has passed, or if you know someone between the ages of 71, and I am getting recent actually, ages 71 through 80, or someone with the letter E. All right, so these are ancestors or passed on loved ones who are coming through right now. Okay, so these are the last ones. So I also have a letter B, a letter O, and someone whose birthday was February 1st through the 15th. All right, so these ancestors are coming through to say hi, or passed on loved ones are coming through to say hi. So if any of these that's on the table resonate with you, take that as a sign that they are communicating with you through this reading, okay? And I'm also going to pull some tarot just to see if there's any messages that wants to come through from these ancestors or passed on loved ones. Any messages that you want to come through. All right, and then like I said, it won't resonate with everyone, but you'll know if the message is for you. All right, you will know if the message is for you. All right, and then you have the Five of Wands in reverse. All right, and I'm getting with that is to put down your swords. All right, stop going back and forth with yourself about this. All right, so some of you are going back and forth with either yourself or with someone else about something, and they are saying that it is not worth it. All right, so let go of the tit for tat. Walk away from the tit for tat is what I'm getting. Any other messages wants to come through? Oh, that was a lot. We'll take them. All right, and we have the Three of Wands. Expansion, it's time to move forward. They're letting you know. We'll take all of these. Actually, we have the Eight of Pentacles. It's time to put in the work. Okay, some of you are crafty in some area of your life, but you may have been in a standstill with something, an idea, a craft of yours. So they want you to know to put in the work. So you have the King of Wands. Someone needs to stand in their power. Okay, let their true, authentic self come out. And the Eight of Cups. All right, so for some of you, it is time to move forward. All right, whatever you were dealing with, it no longer serves your purpose. It is time for growth and expansion. Okay, the Eight of Cups is all about, okay, you see how the Eight Cups are behind him. It's like, I've been there, I've done that. Now it's time for expansion. And this is what I'm getting to with pile number one's reading about you are ready for new things. Okay, Wheel of Fortune, things are changing. All right, and this is, like I say, this is guided by the universe, I feel like. So you are being nudged, pile number one. And I don't know if you know you're being nudged, but you are. All right. So now it's even more important and crucial to pay attention to all of those signs and synchronicities that are coming up for you, especially going into the new year, because there are some big new positive changes coming in for you guys. Okay. All right. So this is what I have for you, pal number one. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number two. So this is your image. All right. And the message is life restored. Okay. And it says a spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too will you rise again, healed and renewed. All right. So that's a beautiful, strong message coming in for you guys for pile number two. So I'm getting from this that there is going to be a turnaround for you guys. Okay. Just as the card stated, life will be restored for you. Okay. So I'm picking up new opportunities, um, new ventures coming through. Um, almost, I'm getting almost like the same energy, honestly, from pal number one. So if you were drawn to that pal, there may be messages in that for you as well. It kind of had kind of the same sort of theme where things are about to change, things are about to shift. All right. So if you guys have been dealing with hard times, whether it's financially, spiritually, emotionally, this is your ancestors ushering in a revival spirit for you. Okay. So that you can pick yourself back up. All right. So that's what I'm getting. But let's take a look at the pre-pulled oracle messages and see what else came out for you all. Okay, and we have waiting. All right, waiting for something, someone, delaying action, patience. Yes, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like some of you have been like waiting for this change to be ushered in for you for a long time now, right? Some of you have been like, oh my gosh, like, when is this going to change? When is this going to be over? Like, just like wondering, like, when is things going to take a turn for the better? All right. Some of you have really been trying to have patience with yourself, trying to have patience with others, trying to see, the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And it may have been hard for some of you. All right. And this is your ancestors coming in saying that thing that you have been waiting for, okay, is finally going to come. All right. And it's going to give you life again. And just like I was saying in pal number one, we all know that this is like the end of the year, right? So a lot of us are expecting or at least wanting changes for the new year coming in, right? So we're kind of, some of us mentally preparing for it, or not only mentally preparing for it, physically preparing for it, right? Whether you're trying to put, a plan in place so that you can take action on it once the new year comes in. But whatever that the case or the scenario is for you all, this is that opportunity coming in for those changes. All right. Life being restored for you, things picking up. All right. And I'm getting for the better, for the best. Okay. And then we have sacred alchemy. All right. And it says magical process of creation, creating a life of magic, union with the divine. Yes. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, I feel like your spirit team, your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels, they're going to be the ones ushering or assisting with the ushering of this change. This reading is so similar to Pal number one. So I feel like this is the time, as we all know, things are shifting, right? And I think what's happening is that a lot more of the spirit realm is making themselves, accessible to us. And for those who are already, spiritually inclined, that accessibility that is there. But for those who, are kind of on the whim about believing in those type of things, this is going to be your spirit team making it very clear to you that yes, we exist. Yes, we are here. Yes, we know you went through this, that, and the other. And now it's time for you to acknowledge us, acknowledge you, so that we can help to bring in the life changes that you so desire. Okay. The life changes that you've been waiting for. All right. So this is going to be the time, pal number two, for you to really get in tune with your spirit, the spiritual side of how life works, right? So that your life can be restored, okay? So that you can find balance, so that you can get over any trials or tribulations that may be present at the moment, all right? Because some of you are definitely waiting for something. You're waiting for some type of change, all right? And your ancestors are saying that change is there waiting for you also. All right. But now it's going to be up to you to do the sacred alchemy, right? Do the sacred alchemy so that you can create that life of magic. And what is sacred alchemy? Sacred alchemy is as simple as changing the energy that you work with. Okay. So if you're someone who's always pessimistic, or who, looks at the glass as half empty rather than half full, that is an energetic mindset that stops your blessings. That is an energetic mindset that stops the flow of the ebb and flow of what the divine has to offer you, right? It blocks it. All right. So sacred alchemy is as simple as transmuting negative energy into positive. All right. And so that may be one of the changes that your ancestors or your spirit team will be helping and ushering in for you going forward, especially into the new year, helping you change your train of thought. All right. Because whatever you're waiting for is not coming yet because you're not prepared for it. Right? You're not energetically prepared for it. It's almost as I'm getting that some of you are energetically blocking your blessings. All right. And with the life restored, I'm picking up that, well, honestly, for all of us, none of us start off as pessimists, right? None of us start off as Debbie Downers. It's just a kind of life, kind of, the shapes, turns, and shifts of life kind of creates that in us, all right? So whereas you were once maybe someone who was on the other side of the spectrum and more positive and, always looking on the up and up, life happened, right? And so you may have found yourself now on the other side of that spectrum of being someone who doesn't always see the good in everything, right? So this is why life restored is here. Your ancestors want you to bring that part of yourself back. Sacred alchemy for you all, pal number 2, is working with your energy. Your ancestors want you to work with your energy. So when you feel yourself being down about something, they want you to find the light in that situation. When you feel yourself being upset about something, they want you to find the light in that situation. Um, Transmutation of energy is what your ancestors say you need to work on. All right, so that you can bring life restoration back, so that you can cleanse your energy in your aura field. All right, because you're waiting on the change, not realizing that you are the change itself. Okay, and this is what I'm getting for you all. All right, and we have number 36, shower of prosperity. All right, and it says wealth, opportunity, success, manifestation. Yes, manifestation. And this is what sacred alchemy is. This is what sacred alchemy does. All right, when you change your mindset, all right, about how you view and how you do things, you create a whole shift, a different shift of energy that uh, that surrounds you, right? And the more energetic, positive energetic energy you have in around you, the more you're going to manifest and pull in prosperity and abundance. All right, because if this is what you've been waiting for some of you, it's there. But the change has to start with you. Is what your ancestors are saying. The change has to start with you. All right. Some of you are off balance with your energies, and you're not allowing that prosperity to flow through at this time. All right. And we have action. Yes, and I love it because it's like if you want something, you have to take action, right? And it's not always action like you think, right? It's not always physical action, right? Action is, you know, changing your thought patterns. Okay, taking the initiative to say, you know what? I am going to change how I view things. I am going to change how I think about things, right? That's taking action. You know, someone who's saying, "Oh, I'm tired of being, down and out." I'm going to take the action to put forth the effort to not be down and out. Find the light at the end of the tunnel in what you may consider a bad situation. All right, and it's not to downplay anyone's bad situation, but it's just to say that misery loves company. So when you keep that type of energy around you, you will continue to attract those type of influential energies that encompasses your day-to-day activities. All right, so your ancestors want you to know to work with your sacred alchemy, which is in turn working with your energy, taking action so that you can bring in the prosperity and the abundance. Because with shower of prosperity, it's like it's there waiting for you. All right, those opportunities are waiting for you, those successes are waiting for you. All right, but it starts with you manifesting them. All right, and then you have the past. All right. And it says, and so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. Okay. And it says, releasing rebirth spring. All right. So some of you are stuck in, remember how I was saying, like, we don't all start off as, pessimists or people who's just like negative. It's kind of like life shapes us into that, right? And that's like an example of a past situation. So some of you are holding on to the past, something that's reshaped you into this version of who you are now. All right, so your ancestors are saying that does not make who you are. So take the action to break free that's limiting you, right? That's holding you back. All right, so that there can be a rebirth. Okay, there can be a rebirth of self, and so that the things that you have been waiting to see manifest in your life can do just that. They can manifest in your life. All right. Letting go and releasing the past is what your ancestors want you to do because it has an energetic hold on you. All right. It has an energetic hold on you. So you need to cleanse yourself and clear yourself of those past hurts, those past regrets, anything that kind of shaped and shifted you into who you are now. Okay. It's time to break free from that. I'm getting web like netting, right? Like you've been like trapped in like a spider's web, right? So they want you to kind of pull yourself free, okay, from those energies, okay? Because you don't see pal number two that there's, so it's like almost like a, I can't even think of the saying, but like something got thrown in your path to kind of take you off track, right? And so you kind of wander off, right? You're like, oh, well, instead of going forward, I'm just going to go this way because it seems easier. Not even realizing that the path forward, the path that's blocked, is the path with the abundance. All right. But it takes work to get through that block path rather than going down the easy path, right? The accessible, open path, the one that leads nowhere. Your ancestors want you to put in the work to get through that block path. All right. That's where the abundance is. Because right now, where you're wandering, it's not going to lead to the prosperity that you're wanting for. It's not going to lead to the things that you're waiting to manifest in your life. Okay. It's just going to be detour after detour after detour. Okay. Frustration after frustration. Just like a whole bunch of when is this going to change moments. All right. So they want you to put in the work to get past the boulder that's blocking you from the prosperity. All right. So let's see what tarot messages want to come out for you guys. Thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. What other messages do we have for pile number two in regards to messages from their ancestors? Sacred alchemy. They're pointing out, some of you need an energy cleanse. Okay, I'm getting, if you can't, you can work on it yourself by simple meditation, or you can, do participate in something such as Reiki, right, where you can help get your aura and your energy cleansed. But this is something that your ancestors want to point out that is of relevance at this time for you. All right. Let's see. We have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, and I'm getting this has been a tricky situation for you guys. All right, and this is just brings me back to what I was getting about someone who is, wandering along their path, and then they get blocked, right? There's this blockage there, and they're like, oh, well, this path is not blocked, so let me go that way. But that way, you realize eventually it's leading you only, a down, like a spiraling down tunnel of disappointments, right? And so with the Seven of Swords coming up, it's just like you waking up and no longer allow yourself to be deceived. It's a tricky type of energy, right? You keep thinking like, okay, you get some things that work out, you're like, okay, maybe it's not so bad. But then you find, that it doesn't get better. You find yourself kind of in a loop-de-loop type situation. So you never come back to square one to continue down the initial path that you were going down, right? So it's kind of like I'm picking up a tricky type of energy with the Seven of Swords. Let me see what else. Deceive. It's like your mind. It's like being deceived by your own mind. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Being deceived by your own mind. All right. You have the Page of Pentacles showing up. All right. And the Page of Pentacles is all about taking that fresh step. Okay. Taking the action. All right. Pages are like the children of the tarot, or the court cards, right? And so when you think of children, you think of innocence, right? You think of purity, right? So it's like allowing yourself to go back to that pure place, okay? Because I feel like you've been kind of shaped and shifted throughout the course of life, and now it's time to regain hope. all right, so that you can continue now on your path to prosperity and abundance. All right, and I'm getting not just in a material aspect. All right, let's see, and what else do we have for pile number 2? Nurture. Nurture self is what I'm getting also with this Page of Pentacles, right? Nurture your ideas. Nurture your need for change. Nurture your need for growth. All right. And you have death, rebirth. Yes. And this is beautiful because this is the rebirth was also in the past card. So it's like letting yourself be reborn again. All right. Letting yourself be reborn again. Letting go of those past things that no longer serve you. All right. Getting out of that tricky energy. All right. That tricky energy that kind of keeps you succumbed to experiencing the experiences that you're experiencing right now. I felt like that was like a tongue twister. But yes, so getting out of that tricky energy, allowing yourself to regain hope, regain your innocence, regain your purity, right? Things that you once had, because with the life restored, like I feel like that has, we've all been there. We're born into this world pure and innocent, right? And then life kind of shapes us. So your ancestors want you to get that life restored back. All right. So it's all about transitioning. All right. Letting go of the old, and not even just people, places, or things, but I think this is just like letting go of old version of self. All right. That self that's no longer serving you. Okay. And it's time to get back on the right path. Okay. And you guys have the Magician, which tells me you are more than capable of doing so. All right. The Magician knows how to work wonders. Okay. The Magician knows how to use its tools, resources, whatever it has to manifest. All right. You guys have a strong ability to manifest with this Magician coming in, but you have been blocked. Okay, you guys have been blocked from your manifestation abilities. All right, and it's because of lingering energy. So your energy needs to be cleansed. Okay, it's what your ancestors are pointing out for you. All right, there needs to be an energy cleanse. All right. And oh my gosh, yeah, this is just what I was talking about. So you guys have project loving thoughts, okay? And it says, do you need to diffuse a current confrontational situation? The best way to deal with any aggressor is quietly and peacefully and choosing love over fear in your approach. Any negative individual is coming from a place of fear, says the ancestors. Yes, project loving thoughts. You guys need to break away from those energies that are not allowing you to do just that. All right. Those energies that's keeping you pulled back. All right. Those energies that's holding you back. Okay. And that's exactly what this reading is saying. You guys need to cleanse your energy so that you can have more positive way of thinking or more positive way of feeling in order for your manifestation to work. Okay, because whatever blockages you're experiencing right now, whatever it is that you've been waiting for, it is there, but you've kind of been thrown off track and you've been thrown off your path, is what I'm getting. All right, so you have to bring it back in, is what your ancestors are saying. You have to bring it back in. All right, in order for you to see what is on the other side of that boulder that is blocking your path. All right. And I'm getting like all rainbows, butterflies, sunshine. Like it's a beautiful path ahead. But you have to get off the deterred route and get back on pace. Okay. All right. So then now I am going to pull a few cards, maybe 4 or 5, from this Hello from the Other Side deck, and we'll see what ancestors or passed on loved ones want to come out at this time to communicate with any viewers who may be watching. All right, and we'll see what messages we have. So Let's see what ancestors or past on loved ones would like to come out to any viewers. And we will see what messages they will have for you. So beautiful, beloved Goddess Isis, please guide this ancestor message. And oh, all right, so we have the letter N. So if you have any ancestors with the letter N, they're coming through right now. Oh, that one like flipped out. Y. Okay, any ancestors with the letter Y, they're coming through right now. All right, anyone whose birthday was between April 16th through the 30th, and someone's birthday who was December 1st through the 15th, and then I'll pull one more. Any other ancestor wants to come through and say hi to your loved ones? Let's see, one more. All right, so we got another one, December 16th through the 30th. All right, so if you know anyone, any passed on loved ones or any ancestors that have these initials or birthdays, then they are coming through the reading to say hi to you, and let's see what messages they would like to relay at this time. What messages do we have? Oh. All right, so we have the Four of Wands. So for someone, they want you to know that things will be stable again. There will be stability that comes to your life again. So if things have been unbalanced or unstable for a while, they're letting you know that stability is around the corner. All right, for you, it relates back to this message of putting in the work, shifting your energy, shifting your thoughts, so that you can regain the prosperity and abundance you need to gain more stability. All right, 10 of Wands. Okay, they say they know it's hard, but you have to put in the work. All right, but don't burden yourself with doing it all on your own. Use your ancestors as your resources. All right, use your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels as your tools. All right, just like the magician, you don't have to be burdened with it all. All right, and look at this, we have the sun. Better days lie ahead for you guys. All right, with new beginnings. I love it. Look at this. This is amazing. One more. Yeah, so they're saying you don't have to take on the burden all alone. All right, call in your spirit team for their guidance and their assistance. All right. What's this one? King of Wands. Yes, standing in your power. Okay, some of you have been off track. All right, some of you have been off track, and they want you to get back to who you once were. All right, the King of Wands is a very charismatic king. All right, he's very sure of himself. He doesn't doubt himself. He's so charismatic that not only does he love him, everyone loves him. Right? They want you to get back to the true essence of self. All right, so and where things were unstable, there is stability around the corner for some of you, or whoever this is. So your ancestors want you to know there is stability around the corner, but you have to put in the work. All right, you have to put in the work. The sun is in the middle. That means there are brighter days ahead. Okay, but it starts with you taking action. Okay, I think the action card is under here. Taking action. All right, that's what the Fool does. Okay, he's going to take action, and he's going to revisit those points of himself so that he can acknowledge them to release them. Okay, so that he can go full-fledged forward without the obstruction. All right, get past that boulder. All right, the boulder that's blocking the path to your prosperity. All right. All right, pal number 2. That is all that I have for you in this reading. I really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number 3. So this is your image. All right, and the message is the dark healing chamber. All right, and it says the most challenging task is to take courage in both hands and journey within to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. The sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, is to push us to venture inwards, to seek and heal the darkness within. All right. Okay, so some of you, your ancestors want you to go through the healing process. Okay, and I'm getting to face your shadow self. Okay, face those things about yourself that you disapprove of, that you dislike, that you're not happy with. Okay, face those things head on so that you can improve them. All right. Part of healing is acceptance. Okay. Being able to accept past things about yourself that you may not be proud of, but you're able to move on from once you address it and you acknowledge it. All right. And they say they know that it is a hard process, but it is a needed one. All right. It is needed for your recovery. Okay. It is needed in order for you to progress forward on your path. Okay. So this is what I am picking up. Yeah. They say they know that um, it's not the best experience. Okay, it's not the best experience, especially when we're in our human form, but it is part of the task that we signed up for. Um, and we have to learn to heal so that we can grow. All right, this is what I'm picking up for you all. So let's see what other messages want to come out for you. Let's see. Yes, we have transformation. Look at that. And it says undergoing a dramatic change, separation from the old life, dying to the false self. Yes, this is exactly what I was picking up. Okay, dying to the false self. That part of you that you may be experiencing, it is just the ego still being attached to past events, okay? And it's not allowing you to move forward. It's creating a sense of false self, okay? Your ancestors want you to know that it's not who you are. So you have to go through this transformation, all right? They want you to undergo this transformation of changing self, all right? And this is my third reading, and it seems like so far all of the pals have pretty much had the same theme. Okay, and it's all about getting to the core essence of who you really are. Okay, not what life has shaped you to become up to this point. Okay, that's just a shell around you right now that is hindering the true essence of what your full capacity is, okay? What your full capabilities are. All right. And so this is a time needed for transformation, is what your ancestors want you to know. But it's going to take for you to go within, okay? The dark healing chamber. And they say that once you do this, it will feel like life has been restored to you. All right. And they keep acknowledging that they know that it is a challenging process, but the work has to be done. All right. Okay. And then we have doubting. All right. Unsure about something or someone, a lack of trust or confidence. The choice is unclear. Yes. And what I'm getting from this is that some of you have been doubting yourself. Your ancestors are bringing to light that they are aware that some of you have been doubting yourself, like I just said, like not acknowledging or not recognizing your truest um, abilities, right? the capacity to which you can really achieve whatever it is that you put your mind to. All right. So they want you to get out of this doubting energy. Okay. The transformation is going to be for the best, they say. Okay. Right now, you're doubting yourself, like the card says, or you're doubting someone, or you're doubting a situation. All right. And this is all because there's like this blockage around you, okay, that's not allowing you to see things clearly. All right. And the blockage is pent up emotions, pent up feelings. And I'm getting about self. And your ancestors want you to release those things. All right. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting who you are. Okay. So part of, and like I was saying in our readings, we're at the end of the year, so we know that at the end of the year, people typically prepare for doing new things in the upcoming year. So part of what your ancestors want you to do is they want you to work on recreating a new self. Okay, so that you can die to the false self. Okay, that part of you that's dragged on with you for maybe years now. All right. It's time to live now in your truth and in your light. Is what I'm getting. Okay, and look at this. Look, it's time to go. What did I just say? It's time to like start, living in your truth. And it says, wow, even this one says transformation, completion, confirmation, exit. Yes. Another transformation card. Your ancestors say you have been stuck in this rut for too long. Is what they're saying. You have been stuck in this rut for too long. Okay. You've been stuck in this way of thinking and being for too long. And now it's time to shed your skin. All right. Just as the snake does, it sheds the old skin to make way for the new skin. All right. This is what your ancestors are bringing to light. Okay, this is what you need to be aware of and focus on going into the new year. Is that transformation? Specifically, I'm getting around doubting yourself. Some of you are really doubting your abilities, doubting your abilities to be able to qualify for that position, or to be able to afford that home, or to be the love interest of someone who you may have a crush on, but you think may not be good enough. Or maybe you're with someone who treats you bad because you doubt that you're good enough to find someone who is, up to your standards. Whatever the case is, your ancestors are bringing to light that there needs to be a transformation that takes place because you have completed up to this point, that you've only, it's like I can't, like you're stuck. I got stuck. So this is what I'm getting. Like you guys are stuck. All right. And you're stuck because you're not allowing yourself to heal. Right. And so now it's time for you to go ahead and take the necessary actions and steps in order to unstuck yourselves, is what I'm getting. Okay. And we have standstill. What did I just say? Like like my words couldn't even, like, literally, like I swear, like it was like my mouth was literally stuck. Like I couldn't get the words out. So that's why I'm like, you guys have this stuck energy around you, and then standstill comes up. So you guys have been at a standstill for so long, right? Nothing has been progressing. Nothing has been moving, and your ancestors are saying it's because you are keeping yourself there. All right, I'm hearing a repetitive cycle. All right, some of you are keeping yourself in this stuck, stagnant, standstill energy. All right, and they want to bring that to light so that you can begin to work on yourself. All right, accepting who you are. All right, so if some of you are holding on to energy of, maybe someone, you doubt yourself because of, the views and perspectives that the perspectives that have been instilled in you over many years. It's time to break free from those things. Okay. And part of that is by doing the shadow work. Okay. And shadow work is just saying, acknowledging what it is that you don't like about yourself. Okay. Why you don't like it, how you can fix it, and how it's also a part of you. You have to have a yin and a yang. All right. So being able to not necessarily 100% dismiss those things that you don't like with yourself, about yourself, but being able to work with those energies instead of having them work against you. All right. Because when you're working with the energy, it doesn't have control over you. But when you try to dismiss the energy as if it doesn't exist, that's when you end up in a whirlwind of repetitive cycles. Okay, that's what I'm getting. All right, so the 2025 I'm getting is going to be the year of shadow work and shadow diving. All right, and I actually have a lineup in the next coming weeks or so for a shadow work reading. All right, so you may want to tune into that because this is what I'm really picking up for this group is that you guys have to do some shadow diving. Okay, it's no more ignoring it, it's no more running away from it, because essentially what you're doing while you're running away from it emotionally and mentally is keeping you at a standstill in the physical, right? It's keeping you at a standstill physically. So you might be running and running and running in your mind, escaping it, trying to get away from it. Your mind is running 1,000 miles per hour trying to escape whatever it is that you're trying to escape, but it's essentially is leading you nowhere, because in the physical 3D human world, you're at a standstill. All right. And this is why it's going to be important for you to start your transformation process. Okay. Your ancestors want you to know they're like us. I'm getting like snap out of it. All right. They want you to snap out of it. All right. Stop doubting yourself. Do some I can't think of um, something like team building. Why we got team building exercises, but in the sense of for self. So self building exercises. Okay. Journaling to yourself how much a great person you are. Journaling to yourself mistakes that you know you've made or you've been a part of, but how you're beyond that and you're better than that now. Giving yourself positive affirmations to work with, on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Okay. So that you can start transforming your way of thinking and being, is what I'm getting. All right, and look at this. This is what like is another thing. What I've been saying, like you guys don't know your full capacity or your capabilities. And this card comes up: potential and possibility. Can't even speak. Potential and possibilities. Okay, and it says future, highest self, quantum. All right, and it says reach out to the potential that is calling for you. Yes, and I love it's like this little light here on the flower, and I'm get with that I got like your light has been dimmed, pile number 3. All right, your light has been dimmed, and your ancestors are like they're like wake up. They're literally like they're like snap out of it, like wake up, like there's so much potential and possibility within you. Okay, they want you to stop doubting yourself, so that you can become unstuck. Okay, so that you can no longer be at a standstill. All right, so they're nudging you, they're saying, hey, if you want to progress and move forward, like the ball's in your court, like you have to do the work. Okay, you have to do the work. Pile number 3 is what they're saying. The work has to be done, and it's shadow work that has to be done. Okay, some of you are running from yourselves, and that's not going to take you far. Okay, it's what I'm getting. So they really want you to address those things so that you can transform into the beautiful person that you truly are. All right, and then we have the love of your father. Okay. And it says, let go of any burdens you carry connected to a father figure, say the ancestors. In doing so, and in looking beyond what you perceive as his faults or your own, you will see the true spiritual essence of the man who loved you then and who loves you now as best he can. All right. This could be part of your healing may need to take place around a father figure. All right. And some of you may carry the burdens of a parental father figure, that has in some shape or form um, shaped you into the person that you are today. All right. And it could be, and it could be good or bad, right? You may, in the sense, I say good because it could be a situation where you maybe wish you could have done more for your father, or it could be vice versa. Maybe you wish your father could have done more for you, but neither one of those situations were possible, right? So it could be a burden that you're carrying. And that's just an example. It could resonate however it's going to resonate for whoever it's going to resonate with. All right. But I feel like your ancestors are letting you know that there is some ties with some type of father figure. There's a burden being carried there. All right. And for some, I'm getting like he's done the best that he could. Okay. Or for the present, he's doing the best that he can. Okay. But that's gonna maybe only resonate with a few, but it is meant to resonate with someone. Okay, is what I'm getting. All right, there, that part of that healing chamber that needs to be addressed does revolve around a father figure, is what I'm getting. All right, so let's see what tarot messages want to come out for you guys. Thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. Please guide me. Oh, that card literally, before I can even finish saying what I was saying, like flew out the deck. All right, and you guys have the High Priestess. All right, and the High Priestess. So it's like you guys have been shielded from something, because the High Priestess is a intuitive, all-knowing, um, clear sight, normally type of card, right? But in this particular one, there's like this veil. Okay, so not everything is fully revealed. All right, and what I'm getting here is that you guys are not allowing yourselves to be fully revealed. All right, there's something behind the curtains. All right, but you have to address the rocky tides before you can enter. All right, it's like a blockage. Like you guys are being blocked right now from whatever it is that the transformation needs to happen. All right, the healing needs to happen. Pile number 3, before you are allowed to enter into the true known. All right. Um, let's see what else we have, because we have the potential and possibility, right? Your highest self, but your light has been dimmed, and you need to address the things that has dimmed that light so that you can respark it in order for further things to be revealed. Look at this. We have the 9 of Swords. Yes, it makes so much sense. And so until you are able to address pile number 3, these things that keep you up at night, all right, those fears, those burdens, those anxieties, until you're able to address those things and heal, not everything is going to be revealed to you at this time. All right. I'm getting self-recovery. There's some self-recovery that needs to take place. What else do we have for pile number 3? Yeah, and so it's like a mental trap. The 9 of Swords can be, right? It's like a mental trap, because you're only allowed to see what the ego wants you to see. You're not able to really necessarily think outside the box, right? So you can keep having this loop the loop of scenarios or um, events played through your mind, and it's like I say, it essentially doesn't take you anywhere. It just keeps you stuck and keeps you at a standstill. We have the Star, and I love that showing up, because this means that there is hope. All right, there is hope, guys. And this is what the Star is all about. The Star is all about making that wish, for things to change. All right, being able to see beyond what you're seeing now, because you know that there is a brighter future ahead. All right, but you have to break out of that Nine of Swords energy. All right, you have to start fresh. Look at this, the Tower. All right, let things fall to the wayside that no longer serves you. You need to start with a new foundation. Pound number 3. All right, because your foundation, the what your life consists of, or the foundation that it has been built on, it no longer serves a purpose for you. That's why it's time to go. It's time for a fresh start. All right, and part of that fresh start is healing yourself. Majority of that fresh start is healing yourself. Pound number 3. All right, because um you guys are holding on to burdens that maybe you're not even aware of, because a lot of our burdens are subconscious. Okay, a lot of our fears, or a lot of our doubts are subconscious, and of course we have the few that are, on the surface, and those are more easier to you confront, right? Because we can pinpoint it. But when we can't pinpoint it, that's when we have to do the shadow work, and we have to do the shadow diving. All right. So with this Tower coming up, it's like you need the fresh foundation. Okay. And you look, it's like, look how she's like holding on as this Tower is crumbling. It's like she doesn't want to let go, right? Because it has become a part of who she is. It's like, look, she's almost one with the Tower. So she's not easily letting go. But your ancestors are saying this is what you need to do. You need to shed the old you so that you can build or bring forward a new version of yourself. Pound number 3. All right. So now let's see. I am going to be pulling some oracle cards from this deck. Hello from the other side, maybe about 4 or 5 of them, and we'll see what ancestors or passed on loved ones want to come through and say hi to any viewers who's still watching at this time. All right, so thank you, beautiful beloved goddess Isis. Can you please usher in any ancestors who would like to say hi to the viewers from pile number 3? All right. All right, so we have a grandpa coming in for some of you. And who else do we have that would like to come through? And then I'll also pull some messages. All right, and we have the letter O. Okay, I'll pull some messages to see, I'll pull some tarot, I should say, to see what messages they will have for you as well. All right, we have someone age 31 through 40. And let's see, I'll pull like 2 more. 2 more. So if you know any passed on loved ones or ancestors that fits these categories, then take this as a sign, as them coming through to say hi to you. All right. So far we have grandpa, someone with the letter O, and someone age 31 through 40. All right. And so I'll take about 2 more. And they don't have to be all correlated. They don't have to be all connected. All right. So then we have adult male. And then I'll pull 1 more. Oops. And the letter J. All right. So if you know anyone who fits these categories, they are coming through at this time to say hi to you through this reading. And now I'm going to pull some tarot to see what other messages they have. Okay, what messages do you have for those viewing pile number 3? What messages do you have for those viewing pile number 3? Oh my gosh, look at this. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse. I love it because this is like how I was seeing your ancestors saying snap out of it. Yes, this is 1000% confirmation, guys. that they are saying snap out of it. Look, they are rooting for you and they are saying snap out of it. All right, Two of Wands. Okay, it's time to move forward. It's time to plan accordingly. Okay, snap out of being stuck. Okay, snap out of being stuck, guys, because remember we had the stand still card, and the Two of Wands, as you can see, is all about movement. Okay, now it's time to move, so snap out of it and move forward. All right, Five of Wands. Stop bickering with yourself. All right, stop. Right now, I feel like this is you against yourself. All right, and they want you to know, don't let the shadow self prevail. Oh, all of those. I'm going to take all of them. Don't let the shadow self prevail. All right, the Chariot. Movement forward, guys. Obstacles being removed. Strength. They say you have the strength and the resilience. All right, and they are with you, 1000%. They guide you. All right, they guide you, and they want you to know they are. I'm getting. They are your protector. So, for whatever ancestor this message is coming from, they want you to know that they are your protector. All right. And they walk side by side with you. Okay. There to help remove obstacles, but they do want you to snap out of it. Okay. So that there could be look at that. So I was going to say, so there could be movement, and look at this wheel of fortune. Things changing. Things changing. And I love how the Eight of Swords is on one end and the Wheel of Fortune is on the other. This is a complete dynamic change. All right. So your spirit team, I mean, specifically your ancestors, they are seeing you through. All right. And they are wanting you to not let your shadow self prevail. Okay. Is what I'm getting. So they want you to know that they are with you, they walk with you, they guide you, they are your strength. Okay? And they are helping you to move forward. They want to help you to move forward. All right? But they're aware, even if you are not, that there are some things that needs to be addressed, okay? And they want you to tackle them head on. All right? All right, pal. Number 3, that has been your reading. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye.